There are many fantastic footwear cities in this world, places that make and sell sublime boots and shoes, but it's quite possible that none can match Tokyo. My name's Ben Robinson, founder of Stitchdown, and to be honest, I can't remember a time when I didn't have a deep connection with what was on my feet. Today I'm lucky enough to spend my life learning from craftspeople who make some of the world's finest handmade boots and shoes. Every day, I get to deepen my understanding of the skill and artistry and toil it takes to make something exceptional, which this time has led me to Tokyo to visit factories, stores, and workshops for 3 days straight and learn as much as possible along the way. This is Soul Searching. Damn, that's a cool shot.
Today we'll be spending most of our day in Asakusa, Tokyo's historic boot-making neighborhood that's also the epicenter of boot shopping walkability. But first, we're about 15 minutes north at the Boots Factory, where Rolling Dub Trio manufactures some of the most unique and interesting boots anywhere in the world. In 2007, Katsuya Tokunaga founded Rolling Dub, and they've been making waves ever since. The only way to understand what a boot truly is to see how it's made. So that's what we're gonna do here. Go inside and check it out.
Located in Adachi City, a quiet residential area in northern Tokyo, the Boots Factory handles manufacturing for various Japanese brands. All focus that day, though, was on Rolling Dub's distinctive Roots boot. Tokunaga-san and factory chief Kai Kuriyama took me through the entire creation process.
今ルーツっていう靴を作っていて、今これは釣り込みをやってる途中の工程ですね。一応これがアッパーの状態になっていて、釣り込まれると一応こういう感じで。
So yeah, so the Roots is an iconic Rolling Dub Trio boot.
そうですね。Yes, yes.
Kuriyama-san explained that Katsuya designed the Roots boot around a modified vintage military last, the form that creates a boot shape, before showing me plenty of hand lasting, where a maker meticulously pulls and fastens the wet leather rubber over the last, one of the most essential, artistic, and difficult parts of high-end bootmaking.
今ちょっと皮を柔らかくする液体つけて伏せていっている最中ですね。この工程が終わるとこういう風に皮がちゃんとくっついて開く。うちはかなり厚い皮を使ってるんでちょっと柔軟剤とかをつけないと開けないっていうのがあるんですけど。
Stitch down.
Yes. じゃあ状態からソールがついてでステッチをかけた後に、ヒールを貼って削った状態。一応これが最終的に削りが終わった段階。
It's cool. No, I love the raw edge, and I mean these are just, it's a beast of a boot. They're so cool. There's an incredible amount of shape to everything that Rolling Dub creates, but it's amazing to see.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we're in Asakusa. We're going to the Rolling Dub Trio, the boot shop, right here. Let's go inside. Let's see what they got cooking. Tokunaga-san. So wonderful to see you again.
Thank you.
This place is incredible. It's everything I can imagine. And the first thing we see.
黒子だよね。
This is real croc.
Very expensive.
$10 for these.
いやもう。
From the Roots boot we saw in the factory to Rolling Dub's famous coupon, every style is present here.
I mean, you could just see how they age. I think that's one of the most amazing things about Rolling Dub Trio is the leather choices and how it works with the pattern and, the scuff off. And I think you were telling me earlier that you're working on a green T-core.
Tokunaga-san told me how he sources leather hides from Canada and has been working with Japanese tanneries to create a rich green core color that will be revealed only after a surface dye coat begins to wear away. He's dubbed it Green T-core. One of the joys of wearing great boots is how the leather develops totally uniquely for each wearer. Tokunaga-san wants to enhance that experience.
I mean, it's Japan, it's got to be green tea, right?
日本人はグリーンティーが大好きなの。
But the thing I love about Rolling Dub Trio is just the range of styles, right? Like there's these and everything is so distinctive, but to have, you know, all these different coupons alone,
コ
right?
ペンだけでも3種類4種類ぐらいあるからね、大変です。
I mean, everything is so distinguishable, I would say, because you run from that to these Forester lows, which I think are so cool. You have this Norwegian welt, all hand stitched. This heel counter feels like it's about the thickest leather I've ever felt in my life. Once these things are broken in, they must just be phenomenal. But then we're running these service shoes with the roots last, right? Which are incredible and just have this totally unique shape to it on a very classic pattern. And then are these loafers on the roots last too?
Yeah.
I mean, it's nuts, right? Like again, very classic loafer pattern. And I feel like even if you're doing a classic pattern, you're throwing a unique last at it. Like there's something that's very fresh and just kind of special about it.
あそこに飾ってあるヴィンセント・ヴァン・ゴッホさんのモチーフにっていうか再現した靴なんです。ワンピクチャーからもう彼のペインティングを全部分析してそれで、このデザインのはずだから多分その時代は革がないのラバーがないから革底だったりとかそういう意味があるんです。
We spent the next hour discussing Tokunaga-san's varied inspirations for his boots, including Bob Dylan, Van Gogh, and the Roots, which stylistically range from side zips to Western boots to the leather sandals very popular in Tokyo right now.
All right, so one of the coolest things about this place is all the worn boots that they've got. So let's come and just take a look at some of them. Picked these up earlier, but these Caspers, I mean, you just see this toe wear. And again, on this, it's like, it's completely different from one boot to the other, and they both look perfect. You just see how it wears away. I think that's something that Rolling Dub does really well. Just the way that they settle into themselves and, you know, the toe collapses, you get those ankle rolls. I mean, this is exactly what you're looking for from a worn boot. Like it's just, see, this is kind of straight at the beginning, but it starts to take the shape over time. Like, just shows you what they can become. I think these Roots are another really good example too. Like, this is the same boot. This is the same boot as this, except this is worn, and you see the way that that toe starts to work itself in. Like it's a completely different boot. And I think that's honestly with the Roots something that, you know, is maybe people don't quite understand kind of where it's going at first. And there's something that's just, I don't know, just completely, absolutely wonderful about where these ended up. Now you have to like wear your shoes to do this, which when you have a bunch sometimes can be tough, but man, like the reward that you get for just wearing the heck out of these things, they're special, man. There's some magic to them. I don't know, I love this place. This is a good place. There's kind of like an infinite amount of thought that goes into these. And I think that's what makes them so cool and makes them a boots on sincerity.
The Boots on Sincerity is Rolling Dub's slogan, and between the factory and their Asakusa shop, you can sense that feeling throughout. And I think Van Gogh was onto something. Boots really do look better aged. Tokyo's bootmaking scene is powered by a deeply ingrained ecosystem, with workshops and retail stores, of course, but also the materials and tools available in Asakusa's shoemaking supply shops that dot its streets to this day. And of course, we needed some lunch from RDT local favorite Asahiyama Soba. If you want to see me getting noodles all over my shirt, the blooper reel will be available on DVD this holiday season. Sidebar. How is everybody in Tokyo so cool? Just look at these guys.
All right, so now we're walking just a block north from Mamoru, the shoemaking shop that we were just at, to Zerrows. which was founded in 2011 by Sotaro Terada, who worked at a number of different factories before he started his own brand. These guys make some of the craziest engineer boots that you'll ever see in your life and plenty of other stuff. Sotaro couldn't be here today, but Sho can, his son. Sho, how are you?
How are you?
All right, Sho, thanks so much for having us in. This has to be the most boots per square foot in Tokyo, which is really saying something. How would you describe Zerrows as a brand?
ゼローズは、カスタムブーツを展開しているブランドです。はい。
So everything is custom
Yes.
and then made to order, obviously. How long would it take to put an order in?
予約受注注文だと、だいたい14ヶ月から15ヶ月ぐらい。
14 months, 15 months. All right. So it sounds like, business is good. These things are just absolutely wild. And they're serious. These are like very, very serious boots. I think that these Bonikers, this is like a lighter weight line, like kind of almost sneakery, but definitely monkey boot for sure. And then, love seeing all the different stages of construction here, which has got to be great for customers. Now we got the heel stacks, complete boot. These sandals are fantastic. Absolutely love these things. Just tons of leather underfoot. These cool buckles. There's a lot of shape to this too. Yeah, I saw these when it came in. Oh my God, dude. This is a big size. I would say this is a big size, but this is like one of the heavier boots I've ever held. I don't know how we can tell on this video, but this last shape is absolutely wild. It's kind of, almondy, but then it's got the bump toe. The bump toe comes to a point right here. Like raises up into this point. There's something about the way that everything that we're seeing on this trip is both designed and leather selection and all that, but then just worn. Like people are wearing these things so wonderfully. Like that's how you want your shoes to look. Like there's a little nail stuck in the bottom. Look at how hard these people are going. But yeah, the engineer line is really impressive because it goes from something like this that is totally sleek, right? No toe structure. You can push it down to those pointy ones to something like this that has like a more traditional bump toe. Absolutely wonderful heel work here. I mean, the range is crazy. And when I say these things are hefty, I am not joking around. Like there is a lot going on the interior of these boots. The amazing thing about being in the shop right now is you can look at the Zerrows Instagram, you can go to the website, and it's very impressive. But what you're seeing in here is just the kind of boundless possibility and creativity that can come from Zerrows, because it's whatever a customer can cook up, right?
Unlike with mass-produced shoes, everything Zerrows creates in Ibaraki City, just north of Osaka, is absolutely dripping with the emotion and skill that went into making them.
And then your father is the bootmaker.
はい、そうです。Yes.
There's a unique power to a family lineage in craft. I see it constantly in handmade footwear, whether the last name is Viberg, Horween, or the sign that hasn't changed in decades on your local cobbler. There's a generational transfer of knowledge and skill, of course, but also of passion and the intangible nuances that underlie all great boots. Every bit of that is on display with Zerrows.
他にはこっちのエンジニアブーツなんですけど、こっちはスチールトゥがスチールが入ってる、ワークブーツ、グッドイヤーベルトの、エンジニアブーツです。
Good for the factory.
Yes.
Yeah. And these are yours. How long did you wear them for?
これは、3年くらい。
3 years. Man. Yeah, it looks like it.
革はクロムエクセルです。
Chrome X?
Yes.
Yeah. Joe, thank you so much for having us in, man. This place, the customization, the lasts, just all the different patterns, like everything in here. It's so cool. And you know, what you guys put online is exceptional, but what you can experience in the store is not even what I expected. Well beyond. So it's fabulous, man. Thank you so much for having us in. Thank you to your father. Can't wait to come back.
Thank you.
All right. All right, we're at Brother Bridge. Love this place already. They got chairs. It's been a long day boot shopping in Asakusa, but thrilled to be here. Got a really lovely looking service boot right here from Brother Bridge. We were just at Zerrows, which had, in some cases, it's full custom, but some of the heaviest boots that I've ever held in my life. This is probably the lightest boot that I picked up all day today. Super flexible, no midsole, just a welt, direct stitch to that cork outsole. Really lightweight boot. Can't wait to hear more about him from Suzuki-san, who's right here. Oh, how are you?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Thank you for having me in. It's a beautiful shop right in Asakusa. Yeah, we'd love to just hear more about Brother Bridge and when it started, how it started, and just hear a little bit more about these boots, how they're put together, the leather.
ブラザーブリッジは、2014年に、立ち上がりました。で、ブラザーブリッジは、世界中のいい材料を用いていいブーツを作ろうというのがコンセプトで出来上がったブランドですね。
So you used to be the director at the Boots Factory where we were this morning.
そうですね。僕は昔はブーツファクトリーの、工場で職人をやってました。で、そこから2014年にこのブラザーブリッジを立ち上げました。
It's great. So I'd love to talk about just some of the styles and patterns that you have here. This is like a service boot kind of M43.
そうですね。これはスティーブ・マックイーンの
Steve McQueen
の映画からインスピレーションを受けて作ったモデルで、なのでエスケープって名前をつけてます。で、僕ブラザーブリッジはアメリカのグッドイヤーが大好きで、それを再現したいなと思ったんですけども、できるだけ柔らかく作りたい、フレキシブルに作りたいっていうのがあるので、あまりミッドソールは入れずにこの帰りのいいものっていうのを作ろうと思ってます。
Very flexible. And the upper leather is Italian?
Yes, イタリアン。イタリアのね、オットチェント社の、バケッタなめしですね。バケッタなめしの、ベジタブルタンニーなめしの
All veg 10.
ショルダーですね。
Shoulders. Yeah.
使ってます。すごくいいオイルが多くて、アメリカの革とはまたちょっと違う雰囲気があるかなと。
It's really nice stuff. Really nice. And then you use calf leather as well?
これはね、僕たちが使ってるカーフで、ダッチカーフ、オランダの革ですね。オランダのカーフを使ってます。Very smooth.
Very nice. Yeah, the break on it is really something. Barely there. And this is like a boxing boot.
Yes, boxing boots.
Why?
My father is boxer.
Really?
My father was boxer.
You can't box forever. That's not a good idea.
I like Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson.
Oh yeah.
This name Henry. Do you know Henry Cooper?
Yes. Henry Cooper.
Yeah, Henry Cooper.
Yeah, very famous old boxer.
As we chatted through Brother Bridge's impressive lineup, spanning from loafers to monkey boots, Suzuki-san's similarly wide range of inspirations became apparent. Old department store catalogs, even Gene Kelly. Japanese footwear culture is often influenced by times gone by and a unique appreciation for an America that was. Brother Bridge proudly states that as clearly as any brand in Tokyo.
Feel pretty good. What do you think?
Good size.
Suzuki-san then took me around the corner to the workshop where Brother Bridge's leather boot uppers are sewn together, or in shoemaking terms, closed. A fitting end to a fantastic day 1 of 3 in Tokyo. Great bootmaking requires artistry, skill, and passion in equal parts. Without them, and the people who embody those things, all you've got is just another thing you buy. Today and the next 2 are about meeting people who make something with life and character and personality, something you can love for years and years to come. And man, do I love that.
Brother Bridge, man, great day in Asakusa, checking out all these boots and shoes and leather, and it was wonderful. I'm gassed. I got to return these boots to Mr. Suzuki But first, I'm just gonna go check out Rudd over here. All right, so you guys go. We'll be back tomorrow with a ton more. But there's shell cordovan in here, and I'm getting it.